Hi, welcome to the Obsidian Stark Warehouse. This is JJ, aka J Square.
And I'm Reed, and this is Legacy. Hey JJ, thank you for being with us today, and thank you for inviting us into your studio too. I was checking this place out; it's really neat.
Thank you.
Tell us a little about it. What do you do for a living?
Well, first of all, I'm a silk screener. I screen print anything fabric or textile I can do. I'm a professional artist and multimedia, collage, acrylic, a lot of different things like that. And we throw events, we host events, we help people throw events, and I promote other artists as well, and bands.
Is this something you took up on your own?
I've always wanted to do t-shirts. I had a friend that used to do it, and I asked him a bunch of questions one day, and he basically told me what I needed to buy, and I just got the loans and I did it, and I just jumped into it. And honestly, I didn't know what I was doing at the beginning, but a couple years later, now I got it down. And the art thing, I've just always been an artist off and on, and I used to teach school for a living, and the politics were a little much for me after 7 years. So I just took the plunge and did it. I needed something else to do, and that's kind of how I got into it. So
it's the transition from steady job to running your own company.
Oh yeah, it's stressful, a small business owner, of course, but it's rewarding. It's good for the street cred and everything else that comes with being an artist. So it's really nice. I like it.
As far as something that's really helped you along the way with that pursuit of really doing what you want to do, what does that mean for you?
The fact that I have to. You can either be unsuccessful and miserable, or you can do good for yourself, and you can choose which way you want it to go. And I just kind of, wanted to do good for myself naturally. So
it sounds like you are one of the personalities that thrives under pressure.
Yes, I love pressure. I do well under pressure. I focus very hard. Once it's done, I sit back and I enjoy it, and it's worth it,
So what has been something that's been more of an obstruction to
My disabilities, unfortunately. I suffer from fibromyalgia, and that is a rheumatic, musculoskeletal, chronic pain disorder. So all day, every day, you get aching, throbbing, stabbing, pain, migraines, bruxism, insomnia. It's very difficult, and it's a struggle every day, but you take it one day at a time, and that's all you can do, really.
Maybe you could show us a little bit about what you do here. I see you have a lot of artwork on the walls. It's mostly your stuff, or is this
Yes, well, it's a mix. On this particular area, it's me and another artist, Peter Swig.
Looking at your art here, did you have somebody who really was an inspiration to you getting started in this?
That's a hard one, because I don't have a certain style. I jump around too much to really think that I have any kind of style at all, except for maybe a little messy style. But really, it's all me, and I love going and looking and admiring other people's art and whatnot. And a lot of times, it will inspire me to do something similar, or just appreciate what they're doing. I think that more minds together create bigger things. One person in a universe is very small. There's so much out there. People observe. Artists are observers. That's what we do. And to me, it's just a little out there for an artist to deny looking at other art, or being inspired in some, even if they don't want to admit it,
Well, everything we take in comes from some other source.
Somewhere, somewhat, whether it's subconscious or whatever. It always comes from somebody else. Somebody has done it already somewhere along the line. We just need to accept that, okay? Yeah. Well, these are mine. That's Janet de Gallados. This is Abedimi Alawanyira. He's from Kenya. Wow. He's a beautiful artist. He mixes acrylic and sand together. I asked him, where does he get these ideas? And he says he has this photographic memory. So from his village in Kenya, everything he paints is something he saw.
And you do your work here, but I noticed you also live here as well.
Yes.
Pretty neat.
It's a split deal. We have living quarters and then the warehouse. That's the business.
Very cool.
And then we have our own parking lot, and we have an outdoor area that's gated in. That's like a patio, I guess.
Yeah. Where did you really get your inspiration to do your artwork from?
Oh, man. As far as people go, my grandmother in particular, she's so passionate about it. And generally, from the street, urban art, old art, all the way up to fine arts, it all inspires me to just keep going and put a different twist on things. I like to do mixed media to where I'll combine different types of art that normally wouldn't be combined.
If you could do anything you wanted to for one day, and there's no limitations, what would that be?
I would go back to Southside Maui during well season. My dad used to live there, and when I went, it was the most beautiful thing, and I would give anything to go back.
What strikes you as something that's real memorable from that time?
It's just beautiful. You turn to one side, and it's cliffs, and you see the little shanty villages up in the mountains, and then you look to your left, and you're hanging off of a cliff that's a mile down, and the ocean and the whales going. And the whales are only during spring break. It's breathtaking. I recommend anybody to go to Maui.
How do you feel about the future in general?
I'm very neutral because anything can happen. It could flip on a dime. It could be awesome. You know, things could be better. Things could get worse. I mean, you never really know. So I'm neutral.
If you could keep a memory and lose the rest, what would you keep?
My softball days.
Yeah. Is it just because of the people, or is
That
it
was
more
my
the events?
first love. I loved it. It was my life. I ate, breathed, slept all day. Softball on my mind. It was the glory days. Everybody's got their glory days, and that was my glory days. So.
It's kind of that passion, I get.
Oh man, yeah, that's the passion. Oh, yeah, but yeah, it's not an option anymore. So it's okay. I'll coach one day. These are mine. This is the newest that I've done. This was a silk screen directly on canvas, and it's bulk ink, so it's a 3D.
Yeah.
Spray paint, acrylic. I did the wash. This is a wash. And this was like an air conditioner mat. You know that? You know the thing,
screen?
Yeah, the things that you put in your central air.
Yeah.
Well, it has that plastic thing that comes with it.
Okay, yeah.
And that's what these squares are from. And it made a city in the end, so it worked out. This is acrylic, 3 colors, white, black, and gray, and then I used the crochet mat to gradient the hand. And this is spray paint through multiple things in acrylic. And Sharpie, I use Sharpie, I use paint pen, a lot of different things. But
And it was done on just a piece of wood?
yes.
That was-
Wood is the best resource all around. You can find it on the side of the road. You could buy, I bought one piece. It was an 8-foot long piece, and I had the store cut it, and it's very inexpensive.
And you're passionate about art. Is that your main focus in life?
Art, generally, teaching, and helping kids that have all odds against them, mainly, and English.
English.
I love English.
That's surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a very good interpreter. I'm very analytic. I like Old English. Alfred Lord Tennyson is my favorite writer.
So what do you want your legacy to be by the time you've checked out?
I'm never going to check out. What are you talking about?
You'll live forever in some form, huh?
I'm eternal.
Yeah.
You didn't know?
All right. Well, you mean through artwork,
No, I'm just
people do really continue to exist in a sense. The ideas, are passed down.
Actually, that's a good way to put it, though, because really, yeah, I want people to look at my art long after I'm gone and have what I did inspire them, and hopefully they'll see the story behind it, and they'll know that they can do it too. I want to inspire as many people as I can, and my message basically is that no matter who you are, what your circumstances are, those circumstances don't define you. Whatever it is that you want to do, just do it. You can do it, you know, and that's what I want people to know, that I was the person that went against all odds and did what I wanted to do in the end and was happier for it.